Is the world witnessing a seismic shift in the global financial landscape? The recent news of China's yuan overtaking the euro as the second most used currency in the SWIFT system has sent shockwaves through the international financial community. This development marks a significant milestone in China's journey towards economic dominance and raises questions about the future of global trade. All sources for this video are included in the description below. In a stunning turn of events, the Chinese yuan has surpassed both the euro and the Japanese yen to claim the second spot in global trade settlements through the SWIFT system. As of September 2023, the yuan accounted for an impressive 5.8% of international payments, up from 4.82% in August. This surge represents the highest share the Chinese currency has held in the last 5 years, signaling a dramatic shift in the global financial order. The rise of the yuan is a testament to China's growing economic might and its strategic efforts to internationalize its currency. But what does this mean for the future of global trade, and how did we get here? To understand the yuan's ascent, we must first look back at its humble beginnings. In the late 1800s, China introduced the yuan as its currency system. For decades, it remained a relatively obscure player on the global stage. However, China's economic reforms in the late 20th century set the stage for the yuan's meteoric rise. The turning point came in 2009 when the Chinese government launched a campaign to internationalize the yuan. This marked a stark departure from the previous policy, which until 2004 had forbidden any amount of yuan from leaving mainland China. The government's efforts included negotiating swap lines with central banks worldwide, issuing yuan-denominated bonds, and authorizing global financial centers to engage in official trading of the currency. These initiatives bore fruit. By 2013, the yuan had already overtaken the euro as the second most used currency in international trade finance, according to SWIFT data. At that time, the yuan's share in trade finance grew to 8.7%, up from a mere 1.9% in January 2012. The US dollar, however, maintained its dominance with an 81.1% share. Fast forward to 2023, and the yuan's influence has only grown stronger. Its rise in the SWIFT system is particularly noteworthy, given SWIFT's crucial role in facilitating international financial transactions. As Frank de Pretere, head of payments and trade markets for Asia-Pacific at SWIFT, noted back in 2013, the RMB is clearly a top currency for trade finance globally and even more so in Asia. But what about the US dollar? While it remains the dominant currency in global trade, there are signs of a gradual erosion of its supremacy. In September 2023, the dollar's share in international payments through SWIFT stood at 84.15%, a slight increase from 83.95% in August. However, this represents a decline from its historical highs, reflecting a slow but steady shift in the global currency landscape. The yuan's rise and the dollar's gradual decline are not occurring in a vacuum. Geopolitical tensions, economic sanctions, and a desire for alternatives to dollar-denominated trade have all played a role. Countries like Brazil have expressed concerns about relying on the dollar, especially in the wake of Western sanctions on Russia. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva even called on the BRICS countries to abandon the dollar in a speech in Shanghai. This sentiment is echoed by businesses around the world. Luis Galli, CEO of Argentina's leading home appliance retailer Yuan, observed, "The yuan is becoming increasingly relevant as currency for international trade." This shift is particularly noticeable in countries facing economic challenges or those seeking to diversify their trade relationships. However, the yuan's path to global dominance is not without obstacles. China's economy still faces significant challenges, including the need for further liberalization and improvements in the efficiency and transparency of its financial institutions. These factors could potentially hinder the yuan's ability to fully challenge the dollar's supremacy in the near future. If you're finding this analysis of the yuan's rise fascinating, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. We're living through a pivotal moment in economic history, and understanding these shifts is crucial for everyone, from students to business leaders. Want to stay ahead of the curve on global financial trends? Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell. We break down complex economic issues like this every week, helping you make sense of the changing world economy. And hey, we love hearing from you. Drop your thoughts on the yuan's future in the comments below. Will it continue to rise, or is this just a temporary shift? Your insights could spark some fascinating discussions. Now, let's dive back into what the future might hold for the global currency landscape. So, what does the future hold for the global currency landscape? While it's clear that the yuan is on the rise, it's unlikely to dethrone the dollar as the premier global currency anytime soon. Instead, a more probable scenario is that the yuan will continue to strengthen its position as a dominant regional currency, gradually expanding its influence on the global stage. As we watch this financial drama unfold, one thing is certain: the global currency landscape is evolving. The rise of the yuan represents not just China's growing economic power, but also a shift towards a more multipolar financial world. Whether this will lead to greater stability or increased volatility in global trade remains to be seen. In the words of economist Ezra Prasad, the yuan's growing role in international finance is a reflection of China's economic might and its ambition to play a larger role on the global stage. As we move forward, the world will be watching closely to see how this economic dragon continues to shape the future of global trade.